Welcome to Three Crosses Farrier Company. I'm Caleb, and we're going to be doing something a little different today. We're going to be mounting Chris Powell's Vanvil in my trailer. Chris Powell makes two different versions of this Anvil swing out. He makes one for trucks and one for trailers and vans. This design is specifically for vans and trailers. The beauty of the Vanvil or Truckville is that you will never, ever, ever have to lift an anvil in and out of a vehicle again. I used a piece of angle iron left over from the mounting bracket that I made for the trailer to mount the Vanvil to add a little bit more strength to the mount in the trailer so that I don't rip a bolt through the bottom of the plywood. The Vanvil comes with the bearings. It does not come with the bolts. The holes for the bearings for mounting the Vanvil are 1/2 inch. I used 2-inch bolts with washers and lock nuts. The lock nuts are a precaution to keep things from jiggling loose and rattling loose when I'm going down the road. When you're mounting your Vanvil, you want to keep the surface you're mounting it to, whether that's the trailer or the van, at roughly 19 inches. So if you're a little low like my trailer is, that's why I built a platform to mount it to, is so that it sits at roughly 19 inches off the ground. This makes it so my anvil face sits around knuckle height, which is right where I like to keep my anvil. So for everyone out there, if you're a little shorter, you can mount it a little shorter. If you're a little taller, you could build it up a little more. The only problem that I had when mounting the Vanvil was not mounting the Vanvil itself, but mounting my anvil to the Vanvil. The Vanvil has a mounting system in place already, and it comes with it. Unfortunately, my Future 4 anvil is a little long for the base plate of the Vanvil. So I had to do a little bit of hillbilly engineering. I drilled a hole through the base plate of the Vanvil. Don't forget to use your WD-40. It makes drilling holes in metal so much easier if you use a little lube. I used a paint marker to mark center of my cubby hole. There's a little cubby hole that looks like it's already designed to mount the anvil to a stump or whatever you're trying to mount it to. I then used an extra piece of steel because my anvil is too long for the base plate. I drilled out that piece of steel to match the holes that I had drilled into the anvil. I am using 3/8 drill bits and 1/4 inch pilot holes. I then bolted the anvil to the base plate of the Vanvil and the piece of steel that I cut to fit. And then on the back, I bolted the portion of my anvil that was hanging out to the steel to hold it in place, much like a clamp. I then cut off the excess steel flush with the anvil. Make sure you take all the sharp edges off so you don't cut yourself when you're working around your anvil. And that's about it. It was super easy to install. I did not see any videos online of installs. I actually had someone later send me a video of how to install it, but I couldn't find it initially, which is part of the reason I did the video. I'd like to say, if you don't have a Vanvil or Truckville, you need one. There's no reason in 2024 to be packing your anvil in and out of your truck or trailer every day. That's just extra wear and tear on your body that you don't need. In this profession, we're already really hard on our bodies. We don't need any extra stuff making it harder. This swing out makes it so you can literally use one hand to fold your anvil in and out of your truck trailer. Big thanks to Chris Powell and Vanvil for sending us one of these things to try. It just made our life so much easier, and we can't wait to use this summer. Like and subscribe. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll catch you next time.